Hello everyone, my name is Brandon and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you my Hoya collection. We are in my greenhouse right now, which is where I grow most of my Hoyas. Actually, I don't have any Hoyas inside of my house. But before, I will take a sip of some green tea. If you like this mug, I will link it in the show notes. Before we get started, I'm going to put on some mosquito repellent. I got this from Primarily Pure. It has organic coconut oil, citronella oil, rosemary oil, all the stuff that mosquitoes don't like. I will link it in my video description along with a discount code for you to check out. Because here in Southern California, the mosquitoes are actually really savage right now. I am having a real big problem with that, and in here not so much because this is a contained space, but outside in the garden it's really wet right now. It's kind of gloomy and the mosquitoes are just like alive and they're munching about, and for some reason they just love to eat me up. Okay, let's get started with this Hoya right here. This is my Hoya heuschkeliana variegata. It is my absolute favorite Hoya, I think, right now in my collection. Probably, I'm gonna say that about every freaking Hoya that I'm about to show you because I love all of my plants. This has grown so much for me over the years. I've had this for maybe 4 years, 5 years, and it has done so well for me. I got it when it was really tiny and it just has exploded in growth. I have it planted in this Berg's cement planter. I really love the contrast of the gray and the green and the cream colors. When it puts out new leaves, new growth, it like comes out kind of like this pinkish hue, if you can see that. I really love it. I haven't gotten this one to bloom yet, but the growth is just beautiful and I really love it. I love how it just drapes over here in my greenhouse. It's so pretty. I guess we'll just continue with the plants from the top shelf. This is my Hoya thomsonii. I think it's white flowering. I haven't gotten it to flower yet, but I really love this one because if you can see here, like the leaves are kind of fuzzy and I really love that. There's ants all up in my greenhouse right now, so don't mind that. But yeah, I really love this Hoya. I love how it drapes down and it's more of a draping Hoya, and instead of like a trellising one. I've tried to trellis it, but look at this growth. It wants to hang down, clearly. So that's why I like it up here, because eventually it's going to trail down as well. I really love the little splashing that it's got on its leaves as well. I got this one from my friend Denise, Tropical Seductions on Instagram. Sometimes she sells some plants, and yeah, that's where we got it from. Reaching back here, we have this Hoya deykeae. I think this came from, I got this at the Divine Plant Market earlier this year, or last year. But I really love this one. It has heart-shaped leaves, kind of like the Hoya kerrii, but I think these ones are a lot cuter. They're much more heart-shaped, if you can see there. Super cute. I think I said it wrong. It's Hoya deykeae. There's another Hoya that I keep on the top shelf, and I'm happy to see that it has a new growth. And is that a mealybug? Perlite dust. This is a Hoya species NOID, is what a tag says. I got this from OC Plant Collective. She is also local to me, and I believe I got this at the same plant market, Divine, in LA. And it has a new leaf there. Look how cute. I'm really excited. It hasn't done anything for such a long time. That's part of the reason why both of those Hoyas are up there in the back, because they really weren't doing anything. But this Hoya is pretty cool too. I don't think you can tell in the video. I think that's just water markings, but it is fuzzy. It's not as fuzzy as the thomsonii, but it has a little bit of fuzz on the leaf. Tea break. I'm talking a lot. I'm just drinking some green tea, by the way. I love green tea. Really good for your skin. Okay, now we're gonna get into some of the good stuff. It's dropping its flowers. This is Hoya amicabilis silver. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I just got this literally this week from Unsolicited Plant Talks on YouTube and Instagram. She has a website. I can put it down in the show notes. But it is flowering. Oh, mercy me. So pretty. It's been flowering for like the entire time that I've gotten it. This set has been open when I first got it, and then these just opened. I'm just seeing them now, and this is still growing. It is so pretty. And I love how it's just draping. I can't wait till it gets bigger because it's just gonna drape even more, and it's gonna be one of my top shelf plants. It's gonna be gorgeous. Next is my Hoya kerrii silver, or kerrii, however you wanna say it. This plant I got from Succulents Empire when it was only like 3 or 4 leaves. It has grown so much. I put it on this trellis. Right now it's the winter time, so it's started to slow down. It's also growing in pon, which I'm not too familiar with pon, honestly, so I've just kind of kept it in there. And I don't like pon, so I'm trying to figure out how I can transition this into like the Hoya mix that I use, which is actually just the Soul Soils houseplant mix. That's what I have most of my Hoyas in, and they've been doing pretty well for me. It's putting on this peduncle is what they call it, this bloom spike here. And I think it has another one somewhere, but anyway, it's got some new leaves coming in on this vine. I really love the color of this, and see how like it's also heart-shaped leaf, but the other one is, I'm telling you, I like the other one better for heart-shaped leaves. But I love the color of this Hoya. It is one of my favorites. On to the next silver Hoya. This is Hoya gading silver, or ghost. One of the two. I don't know, to be honest. They're just coming up with all kinds of names these days, so it's hard to keep up. This is one that I got from my friend Annie, Stroke My Leaves, on Instagram. She also sells Hoya. I love this plant. It doesn't really do much. It's been one of the slowest growing Hoyas I've had, and it looks like it's got some new growth coming in, but it doesn't seem promising. It always does that for me. Like, it's always putting out new growth, but then it doesn't do anything. So I don't know if it still needs to establish its root system. I don't know if, you know, if it has flat mites or whatever it is that's inhibiting it, because I'm treating it exactly the same like all my other Hoyas, and everyone else is growing just fine, but this one for some reason is just not growing for me. It is such a pretty plant. I have the normal version, which I will show you later in this video, but I have been having like this thing for silver Hoyas. My friend on Instagram, she's actually going to send me a couple more silver Hoyas, so I'm looking forward to that and updating my Hoya collection. Keeping up with the silver theme, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is Hoya Nova Ghost. This is what happens when you don't label your plants, okay? So label your plants. Do as I say, not as I do. This plant has recently just taken off for me. I have this in a little tiny pot. It's covered with sphagnum moss, but underneath is the Hoya mix that I use, just because it was drying out during the summertime a lot, and so I was trying to keep the moisture in. And yeah, this is such a pretty Hoya. It's got some new leaves coming in there. I really am obsessed with the silver Hoyas. Like I just said, they look super pretty in my greenhouse, and they've been doing really well. Next, I want to show you this Hoya. It's Hoya UT029. I like love these leaves. They are very like firm, and it's throwing this runner vine, which this is part of the reason why I honestly am not the biggest Hoya fan, because they just throw these vines and then like it takes a long time for the leaves to start growing on them. I really have to love a Hoya to really want it in my greenhouse or just in my collection in general, just because of that reason. Like, I do not like their growth habit. Winding them up, you're just gonna see, like you can see here, it's like a freaking mess, because they're vines, right? But the way that they grow is just not it for me. But I got this Hoya from OC Plant Collective. More green tea. These are also new to my collection. These are Hoya polyneura. They are both from Ginger's greenhouse. I don't know the exact variety or you know, name for this particular one. This one's just a variegated, like outer variegation one. But this one I'm not too sure. If you know, leave it in the comments, because I have no clue. But it's really pretty. I really like these fishtail Hoyas. I like the way they're growing. I have plans to put these in pots upside down so they can hang and grow that way. I have a couple plants in my greenhouse. If you follow me on Instagram, and maybe I'll show you later, but I have some growing in the back of my greenhouse and they're hanging upside down. I think it's super cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that with these and put them in some hanging pots, obviously, like I just said. Okay. Next, I want to show you this Hoya hypolasia, hypo something. This Hoya is so cool. It has been on my wish list for the longest time, and I got this from my friend Life Green Forever on Instagram. She also has a buy, sell, trade, I believe, Facebook group, and I'll put that in the show notes as well. But look at the fuzziness of this Hoya. And I also love the dark leaves on this. It's got some new growth. The leaves that were on it unfortunately did not make it. I think it's just because the transition from coming from her setup, which I'm assuming was a really high humidity setup, and my greenhouse is just, it just is what it is right now. Right now the humidity is just whatever it is. The fogger and mister system have been down for so long, and I just haven't had the time to take care of that. Enough over explaining. But yeah, I really love this Hoya. I can't wait for it to grow up and get bigger. I really am obsessed with the leaves. This is why I don't like Hoya. Like, what is this? Anywho, this is my Hoya pulchra. I have been searching for this Hoya for so long, and I'm an idiot. I spent like $900 on an Etsy listing, and I got like this one little like 2-leaf plant. Now I've been seeing like some of my seller friends selling this for like super cheap, and I'm like, I just get really pissed off. But anyway, it is one of the coolest Hoyas I've seen. It doesn't seem like that, but when you turn the leaves over, they are this beautiful, is that a mealybug? Or is that just dust? Anyway, they are this beautiful maroon color. It's so pretty. And the new leaves come in like this purplish kind of hue. This one doesn't, it's not doing it right now just because it's like, we're going into fall and winter, and when there's more light, it's more purple. It's just such a beautiful plant. I love the way the leaves like are like long. I love long leaves. This is one of my favorite Hoyas, and I'm going to be taking care of it by wrapping it around each other so that way it can grow more. And this just looks ratty, to be honest. Like, what? I'm just gonna take care of it another day. One of my favorite Hoyas back here, this is Hoya clemensiorum. Wow, guys, look at this beast of a plant. This might be the biggest leaf right here. It's literally longer than my head. There's a spider right there. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Or this one might be the biggest leaf. I don't know. They're both pretty huge. This is one of the coolest Hoyas. It looks so prehistoric to me. Like the veins, and it just gives me dinosaur vibes. I am obsessed with it. It has been growing like gangbusters recently. It's definitely well established. I got this when it was a tiny plant from a friend, a local seller here in Irvine. I don't know her Instagram. She just kind of like went off grid. Her name was Nico. But yeah, this is one of the coolest Hoyas in my collection. It got a little bit of sun damage when I moved it from this side of the greenhouse. It was living on the other side, and it just got some sun damage. And to be honest, I could cut that leaf off and you wouldn't really be able to tell that it was gone. But I just leave it just because it doesn't bother me. Such a cool Hoya. Definitely one to add to your collection if you do not have it already. I mean, just look at that vein in the back. Is that a mealybug? I'm gonna have to go through and do some treatment because I believe there's some mealybugs in my greenhouse. Earlier I showed you the Hoya gading silver. This is the normal Hoya gading. I got this from an Etsy seller. I don't remember which one, and I'm not gonna go through my orders just to find it, but you can look it up on Etsy. You can probably find it from any Hoya seller. It's a pretty common Hoya nowadays. Common as in like you just can get it. It's not like it's super rare or anything like that. This looks like to be the biggest leaf on here, which is, I mean, it's a shame because I really like it when it has like the venation like this. Like on this side of the plant, like you can tell like these just have much more definition in the veins and the contrast. The veins in the leaf. It's such a pretty Hoya. Oh my god, there's a spider literally right in my face. I don't mind the spiders, by the way. They definitely help with like pest management and other things like that. I got this plant also as a tiny plant, literally like probably just a couple of leaves, and I put it in a bamboo trellis, and it's been growing well for me. I don't listen to people when they say that Hoyas like to be root bound or confined. I literally just put them in the biggest pot as soon as possible, and I just let the plant do its thing. While obviously monitoring like its water level, because obviously the bigger pot means it retains more moisture, so you just got to be mindful of that. Kind of maybe if that's too advanced for you, just keep it in the small pot. Okay, this is probably, I'm not gonna mess with that. This is probably the coolest Hoya in my collection. This is Hoya undulata. And I got this from Unsolicited Plant Talks. It was more purple and sun-stressed when I got it. And in my greenhouse, there's not very much sun in here because I have these shades. Just to keep it from burning my plants. The sun is pretty intense. I love this Hoya. The leaves, the rippliness on the leaves, it's like a chip. I love it. And they're very like firm and thick. They're really hard to bend, like they're gonna snap if I even like just, you know. I love this Hoya, it is so cool. Some of the leaves, you can see like it's purple. Still has its purple hue, I love that. I did not even get any of the footage or photos, but it has a bunch of peduncles, like where the blooms come out, and I just let it do its thing. It's so pretty. When I first got it, the blooms were just so like otherworldly, and the plant itself, I mean, it just looks like an alien. I love it. Okay, I moved the camera because I didn't like the lighting. The next Hoya that I want to show you is my Hoya GPS 720. It's got a little spider living in there. I'm not going to disturb it, but I really like this Hoya. To be honest, I'm not really liking how it's growing right now. It's kind of leggy, but the leaves are so cute. They're little ovate, round, oval-shaped leaves. And when this gets sun stressed, it turns purple and it looks like little grapes. I mean, it kind of looks like grapes right now. But it's such a cute plant. I just wish it wasn't growing so weird. I might have to wrap this back up like around. I got this online from an Etsy seller if you were curious. Here is the next Hoya I want to show you. This is Hoya patella pink from Unsolicited Plant Talks. I haven't found a pot for it yet. There's also a spider crawling on this thing. Oh my god, you guys. But I really love this Hoya. It also has some fuzzy leaves. You can't really tell, to be honest, but trust me, it's fuzzy. The flowers are the main reason why I got this Hoya. They're so pretty. When this one was blooming, it's just so cute. I say I'm not like, I don't mind the spiders. I don't mind them being here. I'm just, don't touch me. You know what I mean? Like, you can do you, just stay on your web. The next Hoya I want to show you is behind my begonia vine, my cystis color. I will not be touching this Hoya because I know for a fact there's a big old spider in there. This is Hoya compacta, and I got this from Plantitas. It's a Hoya compacta. You've seen it. Everyone pretty much has one if you're growing Hoya. Nothing special there. But this last Hoya I want to show you, I believe is called Hoya Burma. But you guys can tell me in the comments if it is or not. I just bought it from eBay and I don't really know. So this is Hoya species Burma. I bought it when it was a tiny plant on eBay. I don't know what compelled me to just randomly buy a plant from eBay, a plant that I had known nothing about. But this is so funny. This is the biggest leaf on this Hoya, and every other leaf after that has just been pretty like mid. Here's another big leaf, but it has flowered for me before. I don't think I have a picture of it. It is putting off a peduncle here. So I will take a photo when it's blooming and I'll share it in the community to see what you guys think it is. Well, that concludes my Hoya collection tour here in my greenhouse. If you like these types of videos, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I want to thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.